So Donald Trump aide, an all-around swell guy, Stephen Miller, just testified to the J6 committee. In how many ways might he have criminal exposure? Let's talk about that, because justice matters. Hey all, Glenn Kirshner here. So Donald Trump aide and sort of universally recognized king of xenophobia, Stephen Miller, testified to the January 6th Select Committee investigating the insurrection. Here's the reporting by Hugo Lowell of The Guardian. Headline: Ex-Trump aide Stephen Miller testified to House January 6 panel for 8 hours. And that article begins, former White House aide Stephen Miller testified on Thursday to the House Select Committee investigating January 6th about whether Donald Trump encouraged his supporters to march on the Capitol, according to a source familiar with the matter. The virtual deposition, which lasted for roughly 8 hours, touched on Miller's role in the former president's schemes to overturn the results of the 2020 election and return him to office. House investigators asked Miller about the language in Trump's speech at the rally that took place at the Ellipse on January 6th, a speech that Miller helped draft. The Select Committee focused on the use of the word "we" throughout Trump's speech, which it believes had the effect of encouraging the crowd to march to the Capitol in order to pressure Congress to stop the certification of Joe Biden's election win. Trump used the term repeatedly over the course of his 75-minute speech, including when he told his supporters, "We are going to walk down Pennsylvania Avenue, and we are going to the Capitol." How is Stephen Miller in potential criminal trouble? Let us count the ways. 1. He was Donald Trump's point man on the fraudulent elector criminal conspiracy. Or, as federal judge David Carter generally referred to what Trump and his co-conspirators were doing, it was a coup in search of a legal theory. 2. Stephen Miller penned the speech for Donald Trump that he gave on January 6th, the pre-insurrection pep rally speech, and he penned a speech that was designed to incite a riot, an insurrection, and it had the intended effect. 3. False statements. Let's talk about this one for a few minutes. Stephen Miller testified for 8 hours. Do you think he got through that 8 hours of testimony without lying once about a material matter? Right? Without lying to try to cover up some of Donald Trump's crimes, without lying to try to cover up some of his own crimes? I'll lay a $1 bet on the belief that he lied. And if he lied about a material matter, that is something that was relevant to the J6 committee's investigation, that could constitute any number of crimes. It could be perjury, or more specifically what we call a 1001 statement, a false statement to Congress. We call it a 1001 statement because it violates 18 United States Code section 1001, false statement to Congress. It could be accessory after the fact, trying to assist Donald Trump in getting away with the crimes he committed. It could be obstruction of an official proceeding, the congressional investigation into the insurrection. So if Stephen Miller lied during his 8 hours of testimony, he should be referred for criminal prosecution to the Department of Justice. And here's one more thing. I'm going to bet Stephen Miller is not the most beloved man even inside the former Trump administration. Couldn't you just see somebody like Kellyanne Conway saying, well, sure, I'm willing to try to cram alternate facts down America's throat, but Stephen Miller? Oof, he creeped me out. Let me tell you what I know about him. Couldn't you see Steve Bannon saying, well, sure, I tried to deconstruct government, I tried to kill democracy, and yeah, I was more than happy to steal money from Donald Trump's supporters with my bogus We Build the Wall Foundation, but Stephen Miller? Oof, he did some cruddy stuff. So friends, you can bet that the members of the J6 committee would have asked all of the witnesses who came before Stephen Miller, what can you tell me about Stephen Miller? What do you know about what he did with Donald Trump, for Donald Trump, on behalf of Donald Trump, when he was pushing the fake elector narrative, trying to corruptly overturn the results of the election? And what else might you be able to tell me about what Stephen Miller did on or around January 6th that contributed to the attack on the Capitol, the insurrection? And here's the thing, by the time they got to Stephen Miller, witness number 900, they had so much information about what Stephen Miller did that it would have been easy to catch him in a perjury trap. People hear the term perjury trap and they think it's an ugly, underhanded thing. It's not. All it does is collect up a whole bunch of truthful information, and then we use that information to ask pointed questions of a witness who's covering up his own crimes or covering up the crimes of Donald Trump or is otherwise inclined to lie. We give him an opportunity to tell the truth or to lie. And if he lies, if he covers up, and there's evidence that proves he's lying by the testimony of those other 850 to 900 witnesses and the hundreds of thousands of documents and other pieces of evidence that have been amassed by the J6 committee, well then, it's time to criminally charge Stephen Miller for any lies, for the cover-up, for obstructing an official proceeding, and for committing crimes against the United States. What we call a 371 conspiracy. So how many ways does Stephen Miller have possible criminal exposure for what he's done? Countless. And I, for one, am looking forward to the public hearings that Representative Jamie Raskin said will be riveting. Because justice matters. Friends, as always, please stay safe, please stay tuned, and I look forward to talking with you all again tomorrow.